Whoa. It, is that? It, is that? Oh no. Is that a road win? Wow. Wow. Haven't seen one of those in a month. Almost a month and a half. The last win on the road, January 20th, against the Brooklyn Nets, when Ben Simmons went off and had a 34-point triple-double. Yeah, that's how bad this team has been on the road. But it's whatever. They won. They beat the Sacramento Kings. It was a very back-and-forth game all game. It was the Sixers up by 20. The Kings went on a 10-0 run and got the game back within 10, 12 points. That happened at least 4 times in the second half alone. Tobias Harris led the team in scoring with 28 points. He also added 14 rebounds. The only thing I have to say about Tobias Harris is in the first half, he had 19 points. He scored 28 for the game. Now, if you're the only person really there at this point in the season, you would think he would drop more in the second half, especially when they need a bucket, which he did. He did that fine yesterday. I'll give him that. He hit a couple clutch shots, and, they won the game because of it. But he should have more than 28 points if he has 20 at the half. That's what I'm saying. He should have at least 35. If you have 20 at the end of the first half, and then you have 23, or it was 21 or 22 points at the end of the third, that's what I have a problem with. Just score the basketball. You are a borderline all-star. You've been this way for the last 3 years. You would think that you could put up more points when you got the win, and I'll give you that. Tobias got the win. With the first time without Joel Embiid, we got blown out by the Clippers. We got blown out by the Lakers. We lost to the Clippers. But he should be scoring more. That's all I got to say about Tobias. Other than that, he shot 50% from the field. He had a good game. 14 rebounds is nothing to really, it's nothing bad. A thing that I found great in this game, Al Horford. Al Horford finally looked alive while playing a basketball game. 18 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds. He was knocking down threes. He had that post hook working for him. He was hitting Tobias Harris from the top of the key. He's just got to be more consistent. I don't hate Al Horford. He just really, really worries me that we gave this man $100 million and he hasn't been doing his job at all. Let's be real here. He has not been doing his job very well at all. And it's frustrating. He is a frustrating player, and Boston fans said that last year he was a frustrating player, but he did turn up towards the end of the year. And in the playoffs, yeah, they lost. They lost to the Eastern Conference. They lost, but they were in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Bucks were. And they got 2 games out of them. So, clearly Al Horford does stuff right in the playoffs. He's just got to be more consistent because it's really frustrating to know that we paid him all this money and he hasn't been doing his job. We envisioned a potential all-star in this guy. A former all-star who has shut down our superstar in Joel Embiid multiple times in the past with his defense, with his smart play, and it just seems like he hasn't been doing that at all this year. Maybe it's going to change Maybe when Embiid and Ben come back, which we will get an update later today on what's going on. But as of right now, Al Horford's got to step up. He is the veteran on this team. He's the vet. He has to be better. It's plain and simple. He just has to be better. Another person, other than Shake, because I'll get to Shake in a little bit, but another person that has stepped up on this, since Joel and Ben have been out, Mike Scott. He's been hitting his shot. He has been hitting his shot, but not only that, he has been working it well down low. He had a dunk yesterday. He had a couple layups that he made. He crashes the glass. He's always trying to get rebounds, and he did finish with 7 rebounds and 11 points last night, which was good. He hit big shots when big shots were needed, and that's what you want from your bench. The bench had a very solid game yesterday. Burks with 17, Neto with 16, Furkan with 7. That's solid off the bench. You want that off the bench, especially without Ben and Joel. They are the 2 best players on this team. It's as simple as that. If you think otherwise, then you are wrong. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Ben and Joel are the best 2 players on this team. It's not close. You see what Ben and Joel bring to the table every night. And even if they have an off game or if Joel's being lazy or whatever, they still manage to score the most points out of everybody on the team. So what does that really say? And we're also missing a third starter in Richardson. Richardson's also out. He did participate in practice yesterday. We don't know what's going to happen, come Saturday against Golden State with Curry back, of course. Of course, it had to be this week. But as if we don't have road problems already, now they have Steph Curry back. It sucks, but it's the game. It's games. You have to win on the road in order to win a championship. You're not going to sweep every game, especially because right now we're the 6th seed. We do not have home court advantage at all. We have to win at least one on the road every series. And do I think we can do it? Yeah, I think we can win one game on the road in the series. But I'm not at that level. I'm not at that confidence I was at the beginning of the season. I'm not even at the confidence I am with the Flyers right now. The Flyers are playing at an all-world level right now. They are playing at a great level of play that we haven't seen from the Flyers since the 2010 playoff run. Honestly. The Sixers have just been killing me all season long, and I just hope that they can pick it up so that we can just win a couple games, so that we can make some noise in the playoffs. Because as of right now, we play Boston, I'm pretty sure, and I think we can beat the Celtics in a 7-game series. I'm not going to lie. I don't see a first-round exit from this team. I don't even know if I see a second-round exit, honestly. I really don't. I don't think we lose to Boston. We've beaten them 3 times, and the only time they beat us was without 2 starters. You can't tell me that when this team is healthy, when they are healthy and they are at home, they are not one of the best teams in the league. Because they are. If not the best. They are the best home team in the league. They have beaten everybody from Miami to Indiana to Boston to Toronto to Milwaukee to LA to LA. They've beaten them all. To Denver. We haven't played Houston yet. We play them at the end of the month. But you can't tell me that when the Sixers are healthy and at home that people want to play them. Because they don't. They don't want to play them. I know that for a fact. We've beaten everybody at home. Now, it really depends on, well, can you win 1 game? Can you win 2 games on the road? And that is what I have a problem believing in. What if you split the first 4 games in the series? You win 1 there, they win 1 there. Do I think that the Sixers can win 2 playoff road games against Boston, against Toronto, against Milwaukee, even against Miami? I don't think so. I can't see us beating, especially Miami and Milwaukee, and Toronto. I just don't see it with the Celtics. I don't know what it is. But I really do believe that we could just beat the Celtics outright. I think we beat them in like 5 or 6 games, honestly. I don't think that goes 7. I think we actually win in 5 or 6 games, regardless of who's home and who's not. And that's as of right now. Do I think we're going to finish in the 6th seed? No, I don't. I still think we finish in the 4th seed. We don't have a hard schedule at all. We are home. This is the longest road stand of the year. We are home basically throughout. We have like 9 or 10 away games left, including Saturday. And we don't play very good teams on the road. We play Indiana March 14th. That's obviously a game to keep your eye on. But it's at home. So am I worried? No. And are we going to get Joel Embiid back and Ben Simmons back soon? That's another concern I have. Because if you don't, then I don't think we're the 4th seed. I don't even think we're the 5th seed. I think we stay 6th, and then we got to play Boston or Miami in the first round of the playoffs. The play of the Sixers has been so confusing this year. It's been frustrating, and that's why I'm actually glad that the Flyers are keeping my hopes up, because the Sixers have been awful. You can't tell me you expected this, because you didn't. Even if you're not a fan of the Sixers, you thought that the Sixers were going to be a top 3 seed at least, just like they've been in the past couple years. It just so happens that Joel and Ben both go down, because if you have one of the two, I don't think you lose against the Clippers, especially with Shake, who I said I was going to get back to. Shake did have 20 points yesterday, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Shake should be the 6th man off the bench when Joel and Ben come back, if they decide that Horford is staying in the starting 5, or you bring Horford 6th man off the bench and Shake you leave as the 2 guard and move Richardson down to your 3. But I just don't know. I just don't know with this team. They're just exhausting to watch. And yesterday, watching the team, we were up the whole game. We didn't not lead at all. We led the whole game. But there was times in the game where you were just like, what are we doing? There was, I'm telling you, at least 5 or 6 10-0 runs by the Kings. In like seconds. Like, at the end of the first quarter, it was like 30-18. All of a sudden, it's 30-30. There was 2 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 30-30, and we hit a shot. We hit one shot in 2 minutes, and the Kings don't miss. I understand they have good players. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Bogdanovich. They're obviously good players. I'm not going to take that away from them, but when you're up by 20 or 15 or 17 or 19 or 18 or whatever, if you're up by a good amount, there's no way that you should have these guys come back so quickly on you. That is a concern I had last night, is that the fact that the Kings could flip a switch like this and automatically the game would be a game again when they were just down by 20 points. I don't know. Raul Neto and Alec Burks, actually, they really did step up. Neto had a great third quarter, and Burks really does finish around the rim good. He's very good at finishing around the rim. He also knocked down a couple threes. I mean, 17 and 16 points off your bench is not bad at all. You asked for that, and we received it. We needed this win badly. You can't go into Sacramento. I don't care if you're without Ben, Richardson, and Embiid. It just shows you how good this team can be when everybody's hitting their shots. It's just that simple. And if we can have Burks and Scott and Shake, do some stuff in the playoffs, I think we could really upset some teams, honestly. It's just going to come down to what Joel and Ben are capable of doing. That's what it's going to come down to. And if they can stay healthy. Obviously, the starting five was Ben, Richardson, Tobias, Horford, and Embiid. And I still think they run with that through the playoffs just because of the length that they have. When you go up against Boston, their biggest guy is like 6'10", 6'11". That's Horford's height. Embiid is going to absolutely abuse Daniel Tice all game. They don't have who's going to be on Horford? Gordon Hayward? It's just a matter of how well you can incorporate Al Horford into your lineup, into the game against a small-lined team. That's what it's going to come down to with this team. I'm glad that we got the win. I'm not going to be, freaking out like I have been over the Flyers because we won our first road game in a month. I mean, I get it. We haven't been playing great, but we've lost to some bad teams on the road. Atlanta, Cleveland. I don't care if Joel Embiid goes out against Cleveland. You should win the game. We had everybody playing against Atlanta. They just beat us. There's concerning things with the Sixers that everybody knows about. The road, the shooting, the injuries. If the Sixers can piece it all together, I don't think anybody wants to see us in the playoffs. I don't know. That's it for this video. Sixers beat the Sacramento Kings 125-108. They are now 38-25 on the season, 6th place in the Eastern Conference. They play tomorrow at Golden State, 8:30. Steph Curry is back for the Warriors. We will get more updates on Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid later today. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.